Massive overspending, lazy and totalitarian government officials, and a public asleep at the switch has led us to our current precarious position. Those who have worked to install a government of, by, and for the government are eager to thwart the will of the majority of Americans who want America to continue to be America. Our people don't trust an America-last government. That's my focus in today's preamble. The prospect of more left-wing violence was made manifest by the gunning down of the United Healthcare CEO and the subsequent celebration among leftists in this country. The left is upset about the current state of healthcare and insurance in America. It sucks. I can say that unequivocally. And it was made this way by statists who were elected by the very left-wingers who were celebrating the execution of the United Healthcare CEO. But not every person on the left is as clueless for what is responsible for our misery. But first, massive overspending, lazy, and totalitarian government officials and a public asleep at the switch has led us to our current precarious position. Those who have worked to install a government of, by, and for the government are eager to thwart the will of the majority of Americans who want America to continue to be America. Our people don't trust an America-last government. That's my focus in today's preamble. The prospect of more left-wing violence was made manifest by the gunning down of the United Healthcare CEO and the subsequent celebration among leftists in this country. The left is upset about the current state of healthcare and insurance in America. Yeah, it sucks. I can say that unequivocally. And it was made that way by statists who were elected by the very left-wingers who were celebrating the execution of the United Healthcare CEO. But not every person on the left is clueless as to who's responsible for all this misery. Elon Musk tweeted out a video from a former Democrat. We linked to it on the Chris Salcedo Show Twitter page. @CSalcedo Show is the handle. The man in the video says he stopped being a Democrat when all the Democrats on the debate stage in 2016 said they would cover illegal aliens in their health care plans. The former Democrat claimed he was a two-time bone cancer survivor, and it was at this point he knew he was no longer a Democrat when those other Democrats claimed they wanted to cover illegals. He also pointed out that counter to Barack Obama's lie, if you like your plan, you can keep your plan, his plan was canceled by Democrats and Obamacare. The man also said he was forced to buy an Obamacare plan that was way more expensive and had a much higher deductible, all while Democrats want to give illegal aliens free health care, all courtesy of Obamacare. And what's crazy is the same left-wingers who voted for all of this are upset when socialism fails, and so are Democrats. The woman who lied about being a Native American to gain advantage at university and government is desperate to distance herself and her far-left party from the cancer that is Obamacare and blame everything on the health insurance companies. Elizabeth Warren told the left-wing Huffington Post that she believes that the killing of the United Healthcare CEO should be a warning, not a crime, but a warning. Socialist Senator Bernie Sanders was asked to defend her on Fake News NBC.
Elizabeth Warren obviously understands killing and murder and shooting somebody in the back is totally unacceptable. But what I think has happened in the last few months is that what you have seen rising up is people's anger at a health insurance industry which denies people the health care that they desperately need while they make billions and billions of dollars in profit.
Bernie has made a great case for just how burdensome, crooked, and corrupt the current healthcare system is in America. What he forgot to tell you was that it is that way because of Obamacare. That's right. America is living under the Democrats' Obamacare, and as stated, it sucks. This failed law from a failed party was foisted upon us against our will, and it has also increased our costs, it's lowered our health care standards, and made these insurance companies filthy rich. Americans' misery is all because of Democrats and Obamacare. Now, to be fair, the insurance companies colluded with Democrats and big government to force us to buy their poopy products. And to be fair, Republicans like John McCain and Mitch McConnell have worked hard to make sure the GOP couldn't introduce and pass free market alternatives. But at the end of the day, our healthcare system sucks in direct proportion to government's involvement in it. It's why we shouldn't trust unconstitutional government overreach. Now, what about our national security? Not only has this government opened up our borders, intentionally subjecting our people to unnecessary death and danger, we now have drones flying over our heads that the government claims is a mystery to them. At the same time, cats like Alejandro Mayorkas say drones are not a threat to the public. Really?
Just a few days ago, we announced that the city, in partnership with the MTA, Port Authority, and others, actually took 70,000 ghost vehicles off the roads. Bikes, e-bikes, mopeds, motorcycles, and cars. And yet here we are helpless with these ghost drones flying above. We also know that, as Nicole said, this is a public safety issue because there were reports out in New Jersey how somebody who needed to be medevaced to a hospital was prevented from doing so because of the drones. And we're just supposed to take this lightly?
So the drones are a danger. Are these drones the size of a Buick the work of a foreign enemy, like China's spy balloon that was allowed by the America Last folks to violate our airspace and compromise national security? Is this the beginning of an American surveillance state where the government will declare the Constitution void and where the government, not our people, are making the calls? President Trump doesn't like the message that's being sent either way.
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. I can't imagine it's the enemy, because if it was the enemy, they'd blast it out. Even if they were late, they'd blast it. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people, and they should, because the people are really, I mean, they happen to be over Bedminster.
Want to know the truth?
They're very close to Bedminster. I think maybe I won't spend the weekend in Bedminster.
President Trump knows better than to trust an America Last infested government. And what if those drones end up killing someone or breaking another of our laws or constitutional guarantees? Some in government say that's okay. Government is above the law. Case in point, the January 6th Unselect Committee. Congressman Barry Loudermilk and others have been demanding that Benny Thompson and Liz Cheney produce all the evidence from their committee, from documents to taped testimony. They have refused to turn over all the documents. Some have said the committee destroyed those documents to prevent them from being seen. That's illegal. President Trump has said that if members of the committee did in fact break the law, they should go to jail. Not everybody agrees.
Senator, a little bit of a lightning round because we have two more questions to get to. President-elect Trump told me he thinks the members of the January 6th committee should go to jail. Do you agree with that statement?
No.
So much for nobody is above the law. To add insult to injury, Joe Biden, who is the most prolific pardoner of his kind in U.S. history, has floated a pardon for crimes we don't even know have been committed by his apparatchiks. Seems Biden's co-conspirators are eager to get away with what they have done.
The president, it's his prerogative. If he offers it to me or other members of the committee, I would accept it, but it's his choice.
He'll jump at the pardon because he's government. And you know, he did nothing wrong. The founders of this country put our government in a box on purpose. They built a representative republic that clearly articulated what government could do and what it couldn't do. As we have seen for 12 of the last 16 years, the effort to take chains off of government and put those chains on our people has been real, persistent, and in your face. Our best bet now is to shrink and dismantle the vast majority of government that is not in keeping with the U.S. Constitution. It's beyond question that this government can't be trusted with power. It's proven that beyond a shadow of a doubt. Our people should fully support the America First coalition and their effort to rein in this federal leviathan. It's the only way to restore confidence, the only way to restore our republic. You know, folks, I thank God for my wonderful wife, my kids, my country, the greatest nation ever. And Americans like you who believe in the truth, the Chris Salcedo Show will never stop fighting for you.
The Chris Salcedo Show, for the news you need to know.